Ignoring the zenith warning signs of stress could cost you more than just money. That tight knot in your stomach when you check your bank account. It's a red flag. Millions find themselves in a cycle where financial metrics overshadow their well-being. What if the numbers look good, but your heart races and dread creeps in? That's your body trying to communicate something important. The relentless pressure to perform can warp your mindset, convincing you that as long as the figures are right, everything is fine. But this mindset can erode your mental health, pushing you toward anxiety, burnout, and even physical issues. Think back to a time when you prioritized financial goals above all else, sacrificing sleep and relationships in the chase for success. You believed you were on the brink of achievement, but instead you found yourself exhausted and isolated. Was it worth it? Neglecting those early stress signals can lead to a downward spiral. It's a slippery slope, and many don't realize the danger until it's too late. Now is the time to shift your focus. Start paying attention to those stress signals. It's not about abandoning your financial goals, it's about recalibrating your mindset. Reflect on your well-being. You deserve to thrive, not merely survive. Consider making small changes, prioritize self-care, and talk to someone about your stress. Building a healthier relationship with your finances and yourself is crucial. So, are you ready to heed those uncomfortable signals? Don't wait until it's too late. Take a moment, breathe, and focus on what truly matters. After all, your peace of mind is the true measure of wealth. What if I told you that the numbers you chase could be leading you straight? Those shiny metrics, profits, revenues, margins might be more misleading than you think. Many people fixate on these figures, believing they define success. But here's the uncomfortable truth: focusing too much on financial metrics can undermine your money mindset. Can you feel the tension? Something isn't quite right, and you're about to discover why. Imagine waking up every day obsessing over your bank balance and every single cent. It feels productive, right? But what if this focus blinds you to the bigger picture? You're not just a number, you're a person with hopes and dreams. Yet here you are, trapped in a cycle of anxiety fueled by spreadsheets and quarterly reports. This fixation distorts your reality, leading you to make decisions based solely on numbers while ignoring your intuition and the real-world implications of those choices. Picture this: you pour all your energy into maximizing profit margins only to overlook a loyal customer base that values trust over price. Sound familiar? You're not alone. As the pressure builds, the stakes get higher. You might think you're optimizing, but you could be sacrificing your values. Have you ever felt that uneasy twinge when a decision feels wrong even when logic says otherwise? That's your instincts trying to break through the noise of metrics. Let's dive deeper. When was the last time you celebrated a financial win that didn't come with a number attached? Perhaps it was a successful project launch or a positive team experience. In our obsession with figures, we often forget what truly drives us and overlook the joy in our journey. Relying too heavily on financial metrics creates a feedback loop that reinforces anxiety and fear. You might think you're on a path to success, but what if that path leads to burnout or dissatisfaction? What happens when the numbers don't add up? The comfort of metrics can become a crutch, stunting your growth. You may find yourself making choices based on fear rather than opportunity. How does that feel? Stifling, right? But it doesn't have to be this way. Imagine stepping back and redefining what success means to you. What if you measured your worth not just by profit, but by the impact you make, the relationships you nurture, and the value you create? This shift opens the door to a more fulfilling financial mindset. The challenge lies in breaking free from that metric-focused cycle. It's about balancing the numbers with your values, passions, and vision. So the next time you feel trapped in financial anxiety, pause and reflect. What truly matters? As we wrap up, take a moment to breathe. Remember, it's okay to question the numbers. Embrace the uncomfortable truth that success isn't defined solely by financial metrics. It's about aligning your mindset with who you are and what you truly value. Now, think about your own journey. Are you ready to redefine your financial success? The choice is yours. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that the numbers you've chased your entire life have actually led you off course. It's a startling thought, right? Many of us believe that focusing on financial metrics is the key to success. But what if I told you that this obsession might be harming your money mindset? You might be wondering how that could be true. Let's dive in. Picture this: you land a great job, and the first thing you do is calculate your salary, comparing it to what your friends, family, and even strangers on social media are making. Each paycheck becomes a scorecard, but what are you really measuring? If you've ever felt that rush of excitement when your bank balance goes up, you're not alone. But what about the anxiety that often tags along? Think about those late-night worries about bills or the pressure to always earn more. That's the uncomfortable truth lurking beneath the surface. When did your self-worth become tied to your net worth? You might not even realize it, but this fixation can blind you to life's joys. You miss out on experiences, relationships, and opportunities for growth because you're too focused on crunching numbers. Take Sarah, for example. She's a dedicated professional who spent her 20s climbing the corporate ladder, always chasing promotions and pay raises. But in her relentless pursuit, the joy of her work faded. Friends became distant memories, and her focus narrowed to a bank account that never truly fulfilled her. Now, imagine her sitting alone in a lavish apartment, surrounded by the very numbers she thought would bring her happiness. It's a trap many fall into, and Sarah's story reflects a broader issue. The more you chase financial metrics, the further you drift from your true self. You might find yourself stuck in a cycle of constant comparison, feeling inadequate despite your achievements. The tension builds here. You're caught in a web of expectations both from others and yourself. Each financial goal can feel like a burden rather than a stepping stone while life continues to pass you by. Sure, here's the improved version of your script chunk, but there is a way out. It starts with recognizing that money is just a tool, not the ultimate goal. Shift your perspective. Instead of focusing solely on what you earn, think about what you truly value: time with loved ones, personal growth, and enriching experiences. You might wonder if it's really that simple. The answer is yes, but it requires a change in mindset. Embrace the idea that financial success isn't just about numbers. It can also be measured by your happiness, relationships, and overall sense of fulfillment.